We did pull-ups for 24 hours straight, but after 10 hours, my best friend got injured. We will show you unseen footage of the hardest challenge we have ever attempted, and of course, what happened to him. How is he doing right now? And am I injured too?
So, how are you doing right now? What?
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
We will get to that. Our own video, the craziest challenge we've ever done. We did pull-ups for 24 hours straight. It went wrong.
I can't watch this.
But we will.
Are we doing pull-ups for 24 hours straight? The number to beat is 4,030.
Still
I just did.
so happy here.
By the way, my best friend Captain America will join me.
And these were actually our first 5 pull-ups.
We only had one attempt for the intro and we just wanted to go right away because I didn't want to waste any pull-ups. We need to beat 4,030 pull-ups in 24 hours. Because then we beat David Goggins.
He's the toughest man alive.
I added this. A lot of people didn't even notice it. It will literally show this if you Google. Who is the toughest man alive? David Goggins. In 2013, he broke the world record for most pull-ups done in 24 hours by doing 4,030 pull-ups in 17 hours. Funny enough, this guy is now more known for running. He ran 288 miles in 2020. Oh, how can you run 460 kilometers? That's what we're up against. Oh, and by the way, he has one of the craziest body transformations in the world. In 6 months, he lost all this weight. He was extremely strict.
And only 25 pull-ups in, we were sweating because...
What is the temperature here? 27 degrees.
You wouldn't try to beat a record in this temperature, but we made that mistake because we didn't prepare properly. As you will see, we made so many more mistakes. As you can see, we've got this pull-up counter right here with a countdown, which was really helpful, but this was almost custom made. So this was like taped from the back.
Yes.
And it looks amazing, but this took so much work to make and to make happen.
Here's a picture of my hands last time I did a pull-up record.
That is the most disgusting my hands have ever looked.
Pieces of his hand were everywhere.
Yeah.
But
Right now, they're still good. Hopefully, they will stay like this.
so we knew our hands were gonna maybe be the biggest problem.
By the way, how are your hands looking like right now?
They're looking pretty good right now.
I think this is the most baby hands I've ever had.
And without us noticing, a lot of people were now watching the live stream.
How many people are watching on TikTok?
550.
We were live streaming for 24 hours straight on TikTok this entire attempt, so people knew it was 100% real.
Yo, dude, my heart rate is way too high.
It's 132, bro. Mine is 104. Why is it so high?
And a lot of people said 130, that's not a high heart rate because if I move like crazy here now, I can easily get to 130. If you don't go below 130 for 24 hours straight, I don't know what happens to your body. I don't know, maybe you die. What that's not good. We haven't prepared properly. It's something we did think about, but there was no other way.
You might be wondering, what happens when you need to go to the toilet?
Okay, so I actually really badly need to go to the toilet. So after my reps, I will run and hopefully I'm back for the next minute.
There is no way you will make it back within a minute.
I got 3 questions about the toilet.
Let's go.
Here we go. Who's gonna carry the boats?
1, why was it so far away?
It's not possible to move the toilet. Like, it's the building we sort of got to record the video.
Why did we only have less than a minute to go to the toilet? Why did we not take any more time?
Well, every minute we had to do 5 reps. So you did your 5 reps of pull-ups, then you had like 40 to 50 seconds rest, and then you had to do pull-ups again. So if you want to hit it every minute, you only have like 50 seconds for the toilet.
3rd question, did you wash your hands?
No, of course not. Of course not. Like, we're doing a pull-up challenge with like, of course it's a bit disgusting, but I mean, we don't care. So hygiene and these challenges, no.
The comments on the TikTok live are all saying, without music is crazy. We haven't even mentioned it, but we're not using music because that's copyrighted. Some people can't work out without music.
David Goggins actually has said that training with music is actually cheating. Because what are you gonna do when there's no music?
But listen to music when you run?
Never.
Never.
There was no music during the entire 24 hours.
No, only the voices in our head.
You're dying in here. But then TikTok started to complain.
Uh-oh, we're getting comments of people saying it's fake.
It's not fake. Tell us what to do, we'll prove it's not fake.
So, a lot of people thought this live stream was maybe fake because of our history. We made an entire series where we exposed the internet. We showed people how you can fake stuff. Browney live stream, almost 9-hour live stream. After this, I had a video planned exposing myself basically, but I thought it was so obvious. But then a lot of people started to, like, sort of new people that probably didn't know the channel, they started to hate and they were like, this is fake. And I was like, of course. I still wanted it to feel fake as well, so people would know that, like, we're not trying to fake.
Exactly, that if you watch it for like a minute or 2, you're like, This is a loop.
This is a loop. It's a loop.
But the pull-up record was definitely not fake.
The pull-up record is not fake. So someone asked us to do the squat.
All right, we'll both do a squat. 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Squat. Squat. You see?
Not fake.
It's real.
We also got the question from Instagram. Why are you doing this? We like challenges, but also we really want to make a collab with David Goggins.
And he hasn't replied to me yet in any way, which makes sense. He's a really busy guy. Someone handles his emails. If you guys can send this video to him, if we beat it, then we're worthy.
So a lot of people sent this to David, and I got the question, did he reply? The answer is no.
Oh.
And I mean, they can also just say, hey, no, we don't want to work with you two losers. And that's fine. But we never got a reply, man. Never.
So I'm starting to feel my forearms. I just asked for a bucket with ice water.
This decision will save my life later.
I never felt soreness in my bicep. My forearms were just crazy. We didn't prepare anything with ice, and I just started to panic, and I was like, we need ice. I need to cool down these muscles.
Makes sense.
I'm feeling all right. I do feel my energy going down a bit, so I need to eat more, but I'm struggling to eat more.
I thought I was in more pain here, but then I started to see Arjen get less and less confident.
I was just sort of denying it. And then at a certain point, like around this point,
6 hours in.
6 hours in, I was really like, I couldn't hide it.
Was it your shoulder here already, or was it the food? Because the food was a problem as well. You were feeling very sick.
Both.
Cramps in the forearm because I cramp like crazy, but shit, look at this. Are you cramping? Look at this.
That was only getting worse for you.
Another problem.
1,000 more is a lot. I don't know if we'll make that, but we'll try.
And here you have to realize we've been doing pull-ups for 7 hours, and we need 2,000 more pull-ups. We need to do double what we just did.
Mentally, that is so hard to process.
It is the hardest thing ever. A big thing here is that we are also trying to make a YouTube video.
Yes.
In between sets, I also had to check the camera, which is also why this shot was completely white. So I had to fix it in post because I couldn't check the camera because I was at the toilet here. It was a lot.
Life wasn't making it any easier for us because right after this,
I literally had the biggest blisters underneath my skin. So they weren't busted yet. And I have a picture from a month later, which we will pull up right now. This is what my hands look like a month after the challenge. And they look like this because then they finally all were puffed.
my hands were hurting a lot. And then I remembered that a lot of people used massive gloves or sponges.
How do they do this?
So that didn't really work, the sponges. And then we just cut it out because it was getting too messy. But what we did is we grabbed the sponge and we just cut them into slices and laid them on top of my fingers and then taped around it. That backfired because one finger was in so much pain that I just thought, you know what? I'll just tape it so tight that it will just numb the pain.
Your finger will literally die off. It's a pretty significant difference.
That's a purple finger.
I removed the tape and this felt way better.
So 2,864 pull-ups in. Let's just watch this. Hey, that was a lot of swearing.
Goodbye.
The reason why I asked, like, if you tear a muscle,
makes sense.
If you tear a muscle, it doesn't necessarily have to hurt. You know the situation has gone south when they start speaking in Dutch.
And that was actually the language that we were speaking, Dutch.
And yes, we don't always speak Dutch when something goes wrong, but this time it was just so serious that we were just like, it just happened.
For example, Bob, our friend, actually tore off his bicep, so his tendon was just completely ripped off. And he said it didn't hurt. But for me, it did hurt. You can actually already see some swelling on my arm. Already here.
So
and that's the location of it, yeah.
That's the location.
Yeah. It's so frustrating here because you want to continue, of course. Like it sort of only feels worth it if you can complete it.
And obviously a lot of people asked, what did you expect? But I didn't expect you to get injured this badly.
We, of course, have done a lot of challenges, a lot of crazy things, also while not being fully prepared or not even prepared, for example, the obstacle race. And we were sort of fine afterwards. And especially also because this challenge, like it's pull-ups. We're not unprepared. Like we have done so many pull-ups our entire lives. Yeah, and yeah, in our heads we are sort of invincible, but obviously we're not.
So you went to the hospital?
Yes.
So it's a tear in the transition from the muscle to the tendon. So it sucks, but I think I will be fine.
The muscle tear, he was way faster than like a completely torn off tendon. So I was actually kind of happy with the news here, but before the results, like imagine going to the hospital, then you walk up to the doctor and the doctor asks you, yo, what do you have? What did you do? Let me explain. I did pull-ups for 10 hours and then this happened. People were like, yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So how's it going right now?
So we're now 5 weeks sort of, 5-6 weeks after the event. So the first hours were, I mean, you're still sort of in shock and your entire body is just destroyed. Of course, this arm hurts like hell. First week was hell.
You made some vlogs, so we'll show you some of that unseen footage right now.
Okay, so eating is a bit of a problem with my arm. Also drinking. Let me see if I can sort of...
The thing is, since my left has also been injured, I can't hold any weights or move weights. Stuff like this makes you really appreciate working out even more. You don't know what you got until it's gone.
Do you think you lost muscle?
I think a bit, like just the muscles not being as full.
I think it's more that.
It's more that, but not really any significant amount of muscle.
At this point, I didn't know what to do.
So I was really thinking of quitting, stopping the entire challenge here, but then I also realized there's so many people that worked on this, helped us with everything, that were still there. Literally going into midnight.
Wasn't sure what I expected Arjen to do, but I would completely understand if he just wants to go to bed and rest. But he didn't. He actually came back to support me.
Also, the reason I came back is because the only reason to make it worth it, sort of, is if Stan completes it. Because then we actually have a very epic video. Like,
conclusion, I continued and I still need to do 1200 pull-ups. But I also start to have a lot of pain here in my lat, where Dennis, the counter of the reps, is massaging me the entire time. You will see a million more times. Massaging, massaging,
massaging.
Massaging, massaging. So I just pushed through. I knew that everything hurt and I knew that I could get injured any moment, maybe get the same injury as Arjen or whatever, but like we just discussed, there was no option for me. So I had to do 4,031 pull-ups. And then TikTok said something.
I read in the chat that 40-40 is the Dutch record, if you want to beat that.
So I was like, all right, I will do 10 more.
Sure.
Sure. But actually, I searched up the record after, and it's not 40-40.
Oh.
It's 40-50.
Oh.
4,000. I had to see it. I had to see it.
I so badly wanted to finish these last pull-ups.
I was over 4,000 and I was just like, I want to keep going until I just do it. And then Arjen, but also Leonard behind the camera, like, hey, slow down. Let's not get injured right now because you're so close. And I was like, yeah. And then we were there. I matched David Goggins' 2013 record. One more. We did it. David Goggins actually failed a few times before.
Like me.
Finally getting the world record.
Yeah.
But I still wanted to go for the national record.
The national record is 4,040.
Apparently 4,050. I'm actually looking back at all the footage. I can show you all the footage. The form was really good.
Yes, the form was super impressive.
And a lot of comments were about this, mentioning the current world record right now is 9,250, or that it's already more than 8,000, and Goggins actually broke his old record as well and did 7,000 in 24 hours. We were just trying to break David Goggins' viral 2013 record. This was never a world record attempt. 5,900 calories burned in his entire workout, which is crazy. But then Arjen, who stopped 7 hours earlier.
I still burned more calories though.
He burned 6,500 calories. Your heart rate was just way too high.
For some reason there's an urge. Keep going to 69.
69, last one, hold it there. So we beat David Goggins, national record, and 69. But now some interesting facts and questions. How was soreness the next day?
My abs, my chest, my back, of course, my lats. I thought my lats would have hurt more.
For me, the most pain was in the forearms, a little bit of the lats, and my neck. For how long were you sore?
I think I can say a week, a full week.
Yeah, a week. How did Stan, I feel after the challenge? Everyone was cleaning stuff up, and I just couldn't help because I was just like, guys, I'm so sorry, but I just don't know. And then I just sat down and I just fell asleep. So how's it going right now? Well, we got an update on your arm. So a week and a half after the challenge, I actually started doing pull-ups again. Just trying because I didn't want to wait too long. There was a pain in my lat that wasn't going away and it was still the same spot. And I was like, oh, so it's still a bit irritated or whatever, but it only got worse. I haven't done pull-ups now in 3 weeks. There's a doctor coming Wednesday. We'll keep you guys updated, but I can't do pull-ups. My favorite question, if you knew this was the outcome before doing it, would you have changed anything?
Well, of course, I would have prepared more, like, obviously. Next time we're gonna do something extreme like this, I wanna be better prepared. Like, I wanna have hour sessions, like 3-4 hour sessions, and really feel like I got this.
That brings me to the next question. Will Arjen try this challenge again? First thing that comes to mind, yes or no, do you want to try it again in your life?
Yes.
Okay.
But when I think about it, it depends on how the injury is healing. Right now it's sort of stalling, so it just hurts when I do certain movements.
It's a big investment, big time investment, your body as well. This was your best video ever. We need more videos like this. We can't do more than one of these videos a year. Maybe once every 2 years. Like the support was insane. This was by far the best video we've made, but also the response we've gotten to videos. Yes, it's super cool to see people complete challenges, but it takes months to recover. But we can't do more of these once a year. Do you consider this video the hardest challenge yet?
Yes.
Those were all the questions, all the unseen footage, and all the info that was still unanswered. What is the next challenge we really want to complete? While I'm saying it, not very smart, but we're gonna do a high rocks, one of the most viral workout challenges at the moment, without any preparation. And if you want to get really good at pull-ups as well and just get into the best shape of your life, make sure you download our workout app right here.
Yep.
Sick app.
So if you have any challenges you want to see us do, let us know down below in the comments.
This was the previous video. It was an epic video. Make sure to click this right now.